So here we have the Linn Klimax 350A active speakers. One there, and there's one there. So these are Linn audio, and they cost £75,000, brand new. Now that's very expensive. That's some very expensive speakers, as expensive as it gets. So they got amplifiers inside. Each speaker driver has a single amplifier. 6 amplifiers, I think. And it's 3000 watt in each speaker. That speaker 3000 and that one as well. And it's got all the bells and whistles, the DAC, the digital, the whole lot, the shebang. But the thing is, I've listened to them and they sound absolutely shit. They sound shit. For £75,000, I expected a lot better. Anyways, I just buy and sell, so it's no big loss to me. I'm just letting everyone know who's ever thinking about buying these. So there's the amplifiers, the heat sinks. So these speakers, it's a modern, the modern clinical sound. Trebly, bright, cold, very cold sound. The mid-range is basically not there. There is no mid-range speaker. There's a bass at the bottom, another bass, and then another bass. This one, I put my ear next to it when it's on. There is no mid-range there. This is bass. And then this is treble. So treble, and then this one is a little bit of mid-range in there. But it's like a high mid. So mostly treble. It's a high mid. So, like trebly mid-range. But there is no actual mid-range speaker. It's all bass, 3 tweeters. So as you can imagine, vocals and instruments like violins and cellos and bass guitars, that mid-range sound is missing. It's not there. So like you see on these old speakers, this is a mid-range speaker. And that produces proper mid-range. Where on this, it doesn't have a mid-range speaker. That yellow mid-range, I should put it in here. And then I guess a mid-range. Also the bass, it's a dead bass. It's a flat, very flat bass. So there's 2 bass and it's a high bass. So it's like a flat. Basically, if you've heard studio monitors, these speakers, they sound like studio monitors. Flat bass, mids flat, everything flat. And the cabinet is I think it's an MDF. It's an MDF cabinet. It's been glossed, painted. It's been painted very well. It's a very good finish. It's an MDF cabinet. So with MDF, you get that bass. It's like a really flat sort of sound. It's not a mellow. It's not a good sound. So what it is, these speakers, they came with a Linn Klimax subwoofer. So you're meant to connect a subwoofer, and then you get the low subwoofer bass. The low bass in this is not there. There's no low bass. There's no mids. It's just treble, high treble, and flat bass. There's 2 of them there. They have amplifiers inside. And the connectors are XLR connectors, straight to your preamp. So I use an XLR to RCA, and then it goes into this preamp. It's Activ preamp. I could try other preamps like Linn and more high-end, but I've tried other amps. I've tried amps that are like £3,000 used, and they sound very much the same. This is a top preamp. I've had a lot of preamps. This is top. Activ C230. This is the top of the top, because I've had all that preamps, nearly all of them, and it's not the preamp that's letting it down. These speakers just really are shit. I'm not gonna lie, they're shit. So yeah, it's for people with more money than sense. They go there, they got more money, they just blow their money. They got millions of pounds. So what's 75,000 to them? It's nothing. It looks nice. Who wouldn't? But if they had more money than sense, who wouldn't spend a big chunk of money on some beautiful speaker like that? They do look beautiful. They look very, very beautiful. Very nice curved shape, curved at the top. Nice feet. Nice that does treble, looks beautiful. So yeah, the person that had these, he brought them brand new. He didn't have a clue what preamp he was using. He don't have a clue what the connectors were. He didn't have a clue about nothing. He said he'd get his audio visual guy to find out everything. So yeah, that's the kind of buyer these speakers are aimed at. More money than sense. So if you ever have more money than sense, it's for you. If you want proper sound, quality sound, those are the ones. Bowers and Wilkins CDM9NT. That's a proper old school, full of mid-range, lots of warm sound, lots of detail. The bass is plenty, but I could do with a subwoofer if you want an extra bass. Active subwoofer, you just connect it on. So yeah, well, these are shit. They're for sale, but I'll upload this video a couple of months after I've sold them.